Look at that shit. It's just that easy, kids. just click that clicky thing right there and then bam, wheels made. That's how easy it is. Hell yeah. We're gonna cut one of these wheels. I say we're gonna watch. He's gonna cut one of these wheels.
Oh no, you're cutting it. You're pressing the shiny green button.
Oh, I'm pressing the green button.
So we got it all set up for you. We got the center located. We got the top of the part located. We're all set to go.
Look at this cyborg looking shit in here. This stuff all moves.
Where are we?
Jade Affiliate Wheel Company, getting some shit cut right now. Actually, our first set of bagger rims are in the machine. They're gonna be cut. They're going on Dom's race bike, stunt bike, promo bike, the thing we've been talking about and what we're building. And I'm excited because we're gonna fucking see our wheels being made, man. Super excited. I can't wait to see this shit gold. We're gonna anodize them gold too, like show polished and anodized gold on top of it. So it's gonna be like a nice old bling piece. Get the out the way here.
We're gonna run it slow. So
After you. What do we do? I push that green button?
push that green button.
I'm nervous. I'm real nervous.
Just don't touch the red one, all right? I know everyone loves the red button, but so that'll get it going.
Woo! We don't only make girls spray. Damn, that thing's fucking eating some shit right now.
30 inches a minute on the drill. We used to go faster, but it's kind of worn out, so I slowed it down. Used to do 40 inches a minute, dude. It would
How many RPMs does that drill head spin?
3,500 right now.
Really? What kind of fluid is that?
It's like a micro water soluble coolant mixture. We got a 90-gallon tank on the back of this machine, so it takes about 90 gallons of water to 10 gallons of coolant. So a two barrel
back through the machine?
Yeah, it all gets filtered out and back into the back of it. Right now we're gonna do the bolt pattern.
You see that guy?
Yeah.
Oh, that's some fucking Skynet shit right there.
So we're just drilling the bolt pattern for the hub right now. On a Harley one, we do 10, just so you can index your hub whichever way you want to have the rotors match up. On the Indian and Victory stuff we used to do, we do just a 6-bolt pattern, because they got a 6-lug pattern on them.
How many tools you got up in there?
25, including the tool probe.
It'll cycle around itself?
Yeah, it'll come in here and pull out the next tool. So right here, right after the M01, it says tool 6, M6, so it's gonna call up tool 6. And then the offset for it, it's gonna go to 9,500 RPM. And we're gonna cut at 70 inches a minute.
70 inches a minute. I don't know if anybody's ever ran a mill or a lathe out there, but mine don't cut at 7 inches a minute. So that's where I get my hair cut.
I'll stop so you can kind of see what it's done so far. Hey, you got smoke coming off of it. Wow. Hit the resets, the top one and the bottom one.
Thing's putting in work like a little beaver right there. Skynet shit right there for sure. If you guys don't know about Skynet, do your research. It's coming.
See how it's smooth right around? So it gives you a non-serrated smooth finish on the side. We're going to run one after. And this is a ball endo. This is going to do all the radius work on the lip to get that step to it. We'll probably use it. I got to put this in there. This is going to give us that chamfer around that spoke. We got 2 degrees. This is the one I'd rather use. The other one's kind of like too narrow. It'll just look funny. This is
expensive. An inside clamp. Let's get a hub. Turn that solid piece of aluminum into a fancy looking hub. It's crazy.
We'll star all this shit out. We'll leave the bolt head showing, the assembly bolt head showing, because then we had some like fucking 12 points.
Yeah.
7, 16, 14, 12 points, and just have them bolt through. This is where the original hole would have been for the countersink. So we're pretty much taking this pattern, eliminating this fucking hole, and then just doing the through hole on the bottom. So the bolt head sits 0.8 inches above the bottom of the part, and then this will all be shaved down to, let's see, instead of 4 1/4, it'll be 3.85. So you'll have a tiny fucking hub, but the rotor will bolt on perfectly fine.
Oh yeah.
That'll take off a lot of weight. And then, since the bottom part is going to be a solid round, we're going to flip it around and come in between here and get rid of all that material that's left over. There's no point. We don't need it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we could go as deep as, we're going to go about 1.5 inches or 1 inch deep on the threads, 1.5 inches on the drill. We could fucking punch through this sucker about 1.5 inches, 1 inch in depth on pocketing all this extra material. So this is 3 pounds right now as is. I'm hoping we can get it to 1.5 pounds or lighter.
Those force boats we have will weigh nothing.
Yeah. You do a 4 pound, 4.5 pound hub set, bearings, spacers, and everything. You're gonna be flying. I mean, that's not going anywhere.
Big chunk of aluminum.
7, 16, 14, grade 8 bolts. Let's look at the shear force on those. The only reason I've seen bolts back out.
What do you torque the hubs to? They're 7/16, right?
80.
80, yeah. We torque sprockets to 70.
Yeah. The only reason I've seen sprocket bolts or hub bolts back out is on the back side. Let's say it feels like the bolt bottomed out and torqued, but it's actually just touching the back.
Yeah.
So it feels like it's tight. It's not going anywhere. The second it starts to vibrate a bit, it backs out. But I go as deep as possible and try to keep the bolt as short as possible, so you have at least a 1/2 inch gap under the bolt for it to kind of stretch into and torque.
You got lots of thread engagement still though with the bolt?
Oh yeah, we're doing, I run a 7, 16, 14, 2.5 inch bolt. So let me not do math in my head. So we got 2.7, 2.5 inch bolt, and then we leave 0.8 on the first side of the hub, and then we got 0.75 for the center. So we got 0.95 of actual thread going into the other side of the hub, but I do the whole 1.5 inches deep. So
the rule of thumb is like the thickness of
twice the thickness of the bolt in depth.
So 7/16.
7/16. Let's see, 7/16. 0.4 times 2. So you want to be at 0.4375 plus 0.4. You want to be at least 0.875 deep.
Well over them by 100 thousandths or so almost.
We're going 0.95. So we're getting the rule of thumb. Anything more than that's just extra. We do have 2 3/4 bolts. It's not really going to make a difference, but our hole is about 1.5 inches deep on that side. So we got plenty of depth for the bolt to torque into, so we won't have that backing out issue. And since we're skipping this countersink hole, this leaves just a slightly tapered surface. Doesn't really cause any issues, but since we're skipping that, we're going directly to a flat surface. We're gonna have a better grip on that, especially with those ARP 12 points.
Those are hard, man. Chrome wheel, chrome hub, black ARP 12 points in there. So just, big dick bragging on look at my bolts sticking out of my hub that you can see, and you can't see yours, motherfucker, but you can see mine. They black.
So let's see, it's bolt strength 7, 16, 14. Here's grade 8, 7, 16, 14. Each bolt torqued down to 69 foot-pounds has a shear force of 9,567 pounds. That's per bolt. So 9567 times 5. You gotta put that much force to snap these fuckers off.
Oh, damn. Tearing down more shit than what I have.
We're gonna follow that with the chamfer on the outside, really bring it down. We've got that full pocket step one back there to really get those spokes fucking light and thinned out. That's still sturdy. So we got the new tool in, and now we're gonna go back to the control panel. And we're gonna come in here to our offset page, tool 11. And we're gonna do a non-rotating tool offset measure, probe selected tool, and run. And you're gonna see it's gonna go back to that far right corner. And it's gonna touch it off twice. First time it's just going down until it finds it, and goes back up, and then it comes back down a little bit to find exactly where the tip of the part is.
It's gonna touch that little top thing right there?
Yep, and it's gonna bend it. And as soon as it bends it, you'll see that light on the right, up there, turn red. That means it broke the tool plane. That's it. It goes all the way back up and sets the tool in. Yeah, I turned the coolant off manually so I can see what it's doing. You can change the feed rate and the spindle speed all manually too. You can override it. I'll open it up after this pass so you can take a close look at it.
How much audio is picking up? It only picks up with the mic's poke.
It's a nice edge. Here's that before.
Still got this tool, and we got this 1/4 inch to do those nice little triangular pockets we did on the center. This way we get that nice tight corner. And then after that, we just do the step lip on it to get that all that excess weight ripped off. Oh yeah, my buddy has to set it up.
Oh man. The main thing is finished drawings off.
But what I do want to do is let's go measure this real quick by cutting the lip. So whatever weight we drop on this is pretty much just going to be from the lip cut, mostly.
Okay.
And then we can see how much each side of the lip saves weight on. So right now, just one side lip cut, we're at 13 pounds.
Once we can get a good idea, we'll cut the other side.
Yeah, I have a feeling we'll get to 10, hopefully.
13 pounds. That's a light ass
So
wheel.
we got a little bit here to cut and a little off the edges. I think that'll take, plus the lip, I'm hoping we'll get to 10.
Awesome. Dude, that thing looks aggressive.
One second, I got one more thing. So here's the stock wang, right? With the venting hole drilled through. And 5 pounds.
No shit. So you got 10 pounds in rotor alone on a stock bike.
Yeah, uncut.
Damn.
So
I mean,
we do this on the outside
stock
design
rotor's
and
got
keep
so
a
much
thin
material to it.
4-spoke.
Yeah.
We could probably get it down to 1.5 pounds.
That's aggressive.
We literally take that into a 4-spoke and put it on.
Dude, hell yeah. Yeah, that would be dope. I like it.
It's not really rocket science. It just looks complicated until you get your setup done right. See, we got that fixture right there in the middle. There's very little play in that fixture. So when I flip the wheel over, it already knows where the center of the wheel is, so we don't have to sit and figure that shit out. And then you could index it. And some people like indexing by having 2 pins in the center of the fixture and just kind of flipping it over. That works. But if you ever take that fixture off, you have to find out where those pins were all over again. So, I mean, this is second side. You see how much play is in there?
Not at all.
Yeah. So that keeps it nice and snug on there, lets it slip right in. So now we know our center's good, and then...
You got a clock pattern right back to where it was?
Yep.
Yeah.
So this is the fun part. So what we'll do is we'll just run the program in graphics to kind of get a rough idea of where we were before. Yeah, so our bigger pockets are at 6, 612. We know where those are. And the last tool we ran to do the finishing pass was our 3/8 tool. So we come in here, yell loud, bump up our offset to like, let's say 3 inches. So now, close that door behind you, please. So we'll come down to tool 13. It's gonna run now. And it's gonna run over the part. So we wanna stop it as close to the outer edge as possible. So now we kind of know that this side of the tool should line up with that side of the wheel. And then all we do, bring this down to where it's kind of where it would be cutting. Bring the part up against it, kind of get this ready to snug the clamp, and then we just spin this to make sure it spins freely and it's not binding up because it already cut this. Come in here, tighten one up, double check, still spins free, we're good to go. We'll bring it back up, out of the way. And then we just finish clamping down the wheel. We'll turn our coolant back on. So he knows, you know, Gentry Garlic and McCormick up in Gilroy.
Mm-hmm.
He helped set that plant up back in the day.
Oh, damn.
He used to build machines for him.
God damn.
Check it. I'm in the back of the shop right now, taking care of some stuff. Give me about an hour, I'll be back in the office and I'll get all that taken care of. Yeah, I'll get that over to you today.
Jeez, that's a sick ass wheel. These are Dom's wheels, they're gonna be gold. Polished, then gold. Bunch of fancy stuff like that. Kind of thing to say. What do you think?
I want to see him try to put a beating to him.
Oh, they're gonna get a beating, that's for sure.
Which is proof that step whips hold up just as good as soft whips too. I'm excited.
Here it is, yo, we're here with Jade Affiliate once again, just killing it right now. The new Kruesi Originals is gonna be our Bagger Series wheel. Weighed in at 11 pounds so far. Got some super, what are you gonna call them hubs?
I'm not sure yet.
Super lightweight hubs coming, they just designed up this morning, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna run a few test runs on them. make sure they hold up. And
means we're gonna beat the shit out of them violently off the rev limiter, and we're gonna see how things go. But these are gonna be available at KruesiOriginals.com. Just any finish you want to, chrome, black, raw. I really like the raw personally. It's looking just all these machine lines and just this is dope, dude. I want a set of these for my truck. I think I want a set of these for my truck. Anyways, comment down below. What do you guys think about them? Give us your critique. Stay posted. They're going on Dom's for that series that we were building for Dom's stunt bike, his bagger, and the race deal and all that jive. So Kruesi Originals, KruesiOriginals.com. Ring that bell. Go tell a friend about us. We appreciate it. Love you. Thank you. Get after it. That's right.